I was thinking on how my life goes. This is how my life goes, and this is how I am used to and how I expect my life to go. This original show for the LA Maggots was scheduled for June 26th at Decades Bar. That was the original date, June 26th. Somehow through some schedule changes, that date got changed to June 5th, which, as you may know if you follow me, is a day after my birthday, on my birthday weekend, which starts tomorrow. June 4th is my birthday. June 5th is the Decades LA Maggots concert. That date of June 26th of the original schedule is the travel day from New Haven, Connecticut to New York City for me to catch the first show returning post-pandemic of Parliament Funkadelic in New York City. So through schedule changes and conflicts and rearrangements, things settled into something so beautifully wonderful for me. And I thought to myself, that's how life goes for me. That's just the basic way things happen. You can ask anybody, they'll tell you. That's just the way things happen for Mr. Mitchell. And then I thought, there are some people out there who will say, oh, those things never happen to me. Those things never happen to me. Now, the fact that the date got changed is factual. That's the fact. The reality of it in this summation or hypothesis is subjective. The fact that the date was changed from June 26th to June 5th happened. That you can call that a fact. The reality of that, I believe, is left up to interpretation for every individual human being unto himself. So what actually happened, the fact or the actual event, and the reality, and what I'm saying here in this hypothesis is separate. There's two different things. As soon as you have human involvement and the subjectivity of humans and the diversity of our thinking and understanding, as soon as you implement anything human, it becomes interpreted. So reality, in ways, is subjective. I've said that many times before, but I guess this is a way of me trying to show that reality is subjective because, people who say, oh, that stuff never happens to me. That's not true. Sure it does. But that's not the way they see it. That's not the way they see it. They don't see it as it not happening to them all the time. They actually see their reality is that this happens to them. That would never happen to them. And my reality is that this always happens to me. Now, what actually happens, the fact, is that reality? Or is the reality the way I perceive it and the way I understand it and the way I take it in? I mean, of course, things don't always go my way. But I swear to God, it truly seems like it. I wake up in the morning, I expect things to go my way. And when I wake up in the morning, a lot of people like to thank God and Jesus for waking them up. I expect to wake up. Waking up is a given. Let something good happen. Let something over and above that happened yesterday happen. In fact, if something good happened today and that same something good happened tomorrow, that ain't good. That's the same. I want gooder. That's the way I wake up in the morning. I'm not thankful that I woke up. I expect to wake up. I almost demand to wake up. Billions and billions and billions of evolution, years of evolution through all kinds of species and organisms and mechanisms have perfected this thing, this body that we use to be able to overcome certain things as waking up in the morning. Well, you may say, well, everybody doesn't wake up. Oh, well, unfortunately, that's the case. Everybody's not going to wake up. And it could be through some fault of their own or some kind of unperceived health issue or some kind of history and their lineage that something's going on that where, hey, you know, you didn't wake up this morning. I did. And there's nothing wrong with being grateful that you woke up. There's nothing wrong with having that kind of reverence or that kind of looking to something, a God or some kind of super overlying energy that may be bigger than all of us. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with anything. In fact, there is no wrong. There's no right or wrong, so it doesn't really matter. This is just subjective ideas that I have. So the point is that there's facts, there's events, there's a scientific method, the way we can determine what happened and what is, and how we can determine what phenomena and how to describe phenomena. But as soon as you put a human in there and that data needs to be interpreted, where's the reality? Is the reality pre-interpretation or post-interpretation? And if it's post-interpretation, everybody's reality is different. And that's the beauty of it, if you ask me. And that's also why we'll never have any universal truth or any universal goal. We'll just have a consensus. The best we can do is get to a consensus, because there will always be outliers. There will always be people who say, no, that's not what I want. That doesn't make me happy. I don't think we should do that. No, I believe in racism. I believe in feminism. I believe in, patriarchal, whatever, communism. I believe in Marxism, whatever. I believe in whatever, apartheid. You're allowed to have those ideas, and we need them. We need all ideas. So we'll never have a universal idea of anything, and nothing's universal. Kind of forgot where I was going with it, but that's the point. The point is my reality is that things like what happened on the LA Magus concert being switched from June 26th to June 5th, the day after my birthday, and then freeing me up to eliminate that conflict of P-Funk and them playing on June 26th. That's just the way things happen for me. And that's the way I see life. And that's the way I perceive life. That's my interpretation. That's how I feel when I wake up in the morning that things go. Is that the reality of it all? It's my reality. Is that the data or the facts of what really and truly happens statistically? I don't know. I just know my reality. Anyhow, I just want to throw that down. That reality is subjective. Reality is based on a human interpretation. Fact and actual events are not. Data is concise and not subjective. But as soon as you interject human beings, poof. All rules become obsolete. My name is Jeffery Scott Mitchell, swinging on y'all 2 times and I'm out.